Greetings everyone, and Great here of another Couple Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the north side as the Wehrmacht player. We have Arashenstein. Spawn as teammate as the Panzer Elite player. We have Joguuuhl. As their opposition as US player, we have Kirik516, and his teammate as the British forces, we have Hazeus. Mid and my fuel. So they're trying to plan out advance. That's the Wehrmacht player here, so it's likely eyeing for this fuel here, or questing for this fuel. Capture the munitions point there. Panzer Grenadiers maybe eyeing to capture some of these points, other points as well. Maybe he's not really eyeing to support his teammate. Maybe he's just trying to capture up some territories. Maybe eyeing for some munitions points, but he's actually going farther deep here. UKAT, yes. So it's a pack 40. At least 2 packs at least. And MG42 has been deployed out on the field. Tommy scope rifles advancing. And the G43 squads do get kept back by this wire. Very nice. Right here, I might need help. Speaking of the Brits, we got the truck pushing forward towards this munitions point. Did I just hear something? Oh, never mind. MG42 does suppress the scope rifles. We got the motorcycles pushing way forward as well, and the Pioneers are just backing away. The fuel point will remain in the Wehrmacht player's hands. Scope rifles need to fall back. He does have, of course, the forward retreat point there. Something being deployed on out, likely another Tommy. And Lieutenant trying to eye for this fuel point, or not fuel point, munitions point. Schimwagen's going to make his advance, trying to pursue that lieutenant. That is not a Kettengrad. Over here, we do got the engineers advancing. We do got the riflemen engaging the Panzer Grenadiers at close range. MG42, another MG42 has been deployed now. So 2 Pioneers, 2 MG42s going for support weapons. Maybe eyeing to save up for Grenadiers, stall out for Grenadiers, if not Stormtroopers at the current rate. Intersection is making their advance. The motorcycle is a little bit wounded. We've got the MG42 now starting to engage as well. His teammates G43 squad is now advancing as well, which will help keep this line, will help hold that line. Going forward to 222, pretty standard. Howdy. Intersection are behind some heavy cover there. Got G43s engaging at long range. Motorcycle not really getting bruised up all too much, but you got the Brenker advancing. Brenker trying to engage the Panzer Grenadiers. We do have the motorcycle engaging at close range, and we got the MG42 in the background as well. MMG carrier upgrade has been researched, but the MMG carrier is currently severely wounded. Motorcycle in pursuit. The MMG carrier still poses a threat to it because of the higher rate of fire and higher damage output. We've got a rifleman squad coming for a flank, eyeing for not the garrison. They're going to be backing away because it's going to be going in the middle of a den of wolves at that point. Riflemen do back off, get behind the heavy cover there. It's probably the best position for them at the moment. We've got the G43 squad inside the garrison. 2 firing points there, not necessarily 2 windows, or the 2 models remaining. Riflemen are behind some heavy cover there, trying to engage these Panzer Grenadiers. Panzer Grenadiers are... One of them has been upgraded to STGs in a very good position right now. It does quickly rip off apart 2 of those squads. G43 squads coming in advance as well. The STG squad is getting focus fired. Very good. Severely when the STG squad does get fully wiped there. Great wipe there by the riflemen. Over here, scope rifles making their advance, and then though that's a Bren gun advancing as well. The NMG carrier's back here, fully repaired up, made by some friendly U.S. engineers. And was that a full squad right there on the intersection? MG42 does suppress these intersections, does use deploy designated marksman there. MG42 will be trying to back away. He does go ahead and use observation post on this fuel point here, trying to get as much fuel as possible. No grenadiers, no Volks grenadiers yet. He's starting to get overran. And now we got the motorcycle. We're seeing quite a bit of fire there, and does get out of control there. I love that disintegrating animation for the motorcycle. 2-2 is receiving a bit of fire there. The Bren carrier is quite resilient, and that landmine hits both of them. And that may have been a Wehrmacht landmine, I believe.
Secured sector is under attack.
Both sides. He does have the rear armor exposed. The MMG carrier may get the kill there, but they're both crawling away. And I think the armor car will escape on out of there, but barely. Panzer Grenadier is trying to back away. Does get a bit of a speed boost from the road. MMG carrier is still in pursuit and does back away now.
They are attacking secure
Observation post receiving a bit of fire.
Secured sector is under attack.
And the fuel point will slowly go down.
They are attacking secure territory of the fatherland.
The fuel point does go down here. We've got two MG42s in the rear. Armor car has been repaired up. Now find some rear armor hits there onto the armor car. Gets damaged in the crit there. And retargets because he moved. Got a move order there. And receive a bit of fire in return. He does receive some repairs from the sappers. Or no, those are just U.S. combat engineers. And does get buttoned and damaged engine. Another armor car advancing. He can use another button potentially there. But getting focused down quite significantly. Panzer Grenadier trying to repair it up. Does get damaged engine crit there. Armor car will go down. The fact that he did that move order there stopped him from killing that Bren carrier. That was a big oversight. His armor car may be pursued. Riflemen and Bren guns are advancing. Bren guns has no officer nearby. Now we do got a pen strike upgrade there on the Grenadiers. So he has sold out for Grenadiers. No ventures on these squads. Up north, we do have the armor car does go down to the rifleman chasing him down. MG42 does find an angle there, suppressing both of those, all three of those squads. And Bren carrier is fully healed, and these casualties are being covered by a nearby casualty clearing station.
Pioneer squad at full complement.
Oh, we do have an airborne troop being deployed on out. So the US player has gone for airborne. Well, that's just seen doctrine in 2v2, so usually it's armored or infantry. So we do have something a little bit unique. Armor cars advancing. And the lieutenant there gets annihilated by the MG42. But since that model goes down, it does help prevent suppression being spread. But of course, these guys get quickly pinned off either way. Charging range of an MG42 is not a great idea. And the lieutenant learned that the hard way. Panzer Grenadier is pushing way forward. He needs defensive operation. That guy is severely wounded. We got a cutting grad captured the right flank. Looks like the right flank was not secured by MGs, nor by MG replacements, nor by Bofors. Casualty clear station has recovered 2 casualties, so 3 casualties away from a free infantry section. And the airborne troops have deployed out recoilless rifles. He is eyeing for some anti-vehicle assets to hit those armored cars. Scope rifles and Bren guns pushing the way forward. These forces start making their way forward, trying to capture up some sectors. I did hear some more airborne stuff.
They're
Maybe
losing territory.
not supply drops. It is likely another airborne squad somewhere. Oh, or just maybe it's just reinforcing. That could also be it. Now, of course, making advanced getting some damage in. We do have a bunker deployed out right here. And we do have another airborne squad here. Does draw a demolition charge there. A very rare item to see. And he's sitting right next to the demolition charge. He doesn't actually get the kill there in the bunker. Though the M2 or 25 pounder barrage may finish it off. Gets a kill there. Wipe out on the Grenadier. No, he did not. They actually wanted to back off. And that this barrage ring a little bit too short. Unable to get the finish off there. It's engaging. MG bunker not actually upgraded just yet. It was actually a casualty recovery bunker. But the bunker does go down, and the upgrade does get cancelled. I think light vehicle went down there. Could have been in Kettengrad. Armor car in pursuit, trying to hunt down these riflemen. They're all severely wounded. Especially this one here. Does roll some misses there. Does get one of those models gunned down there. Does get the wipe there. Still pursuing these guys. And over here, we've got the Scope Rifles force on back. These guys do capture the sector. And does not get the squad wipe on either of those squads. It was unsuccessful. And the AT gun and the recoilless rifles did force them back. 25 pounder just gets spotted by the scope, but the sapper as well will dissuade him. Scope rifle squad still has plenty of models remaining, but he may pick off one or two. Does pick off one. Severely wounded. PS do connect. Main gun destroyed there. He does not get the wipe there on the scope rifle either. Let's just go and try to get some repairs there. Does take out some of the medics. And both of the medics do go down there. 25 pounder does get a hit there. That 25 pounder placement. I don't believe he has supercharged rounds. And Engine 42 will fall back. The captured Engine 42 is still set up in this region, as well as the Bren guns who captured the gun. You got a defensive operation forward healing there to support both these players. The Wehrmacht player is getting some much needed healing, and very rare healing, because he's Wehrmacht. He doesn't have any healing stations like that. Grenadiers do get fully healed there. Does recapture the Pack 38. Trying to avoid it going down to the recoilless rifles. Perhaps a demolition charge or two could come in as well. I do got another bunker here that's likely going to be a casualty recovery bunker. Could be a repair bunker. Airborne forces being reinforced over here. These British forces are advancing. Got the bunker now fully built. And now the airborne forces pushing forward. They are both quite wounded. Does get one. Both of them are down right there. Both carcasses next to each other. Perhaps. Ooh, 25 pounder gets a direct hit there. Deadly hits are now running on in. Carcasses are alive. He perhaps could recover them from Burgundiga. He could perhaps allow his teammate to recover the carcasses for resources. Grenadiers do fall back, but do throw a stick bomb on retreat. And it looks like the lieutenant does pick up a recoilless rifle, but may get ran down there by the 222. And he does get a button there, saves the lieutenant. Scope rifles, however, make it ripped apart. But he does back away in time. Captain firing some shots with revolvers. Again, the captain is drawing some fire. And thanks to the defensive ore, that's probably what saved his squads.
Reserves hold an assault force for us.
And now we've got doctrinal lock-in of Blitzkrieg. Let's switch over to the Panzer League player who's gone for Luftwaffe ground forces. to switch over to the US player, which we know he went for airborne. And last but not least, the British player is an unknown doctrine. Could be Royal Artillery. Strong likelihood it's Royal Artillery. We don't see any wood planks along the side, so he's not gone for Royal Engineers. And Commandos would probably have a doctrine's ability selected by now if that's visible. So I have a good feeling he's gone for Royal Artillery. 25-pounder eyeing for point-blank barrage. Fires around. And it's good. Ocean Makers, however, are still here. If he had enough manpower, so he passed to pull out another one. And now the Piet squad make it wiped out there. Picks up Panzer for the Ocean Makers, which a stealth Panzer squad could be very useful. Gets a good hit there. And a Panzerfaust can finish that off as well. Does throw a frag grenade there with the airborne troops. Gets a good frag grenade there. Does get it decrewed. Does take out the 25-pounder. The captain looks like it sounds like gone down. And got damaged engine crit there onto the 2-2, as well as destroyed engine, or destroyed weapon. And the recourse rifle of the lieutenant does manage to get the kill. Stu is making advances. 2 lieutenants deployed out in the field, at least in that region. Riflemen start making their advance, gets a good hit there onto the rifleman. Another airborne troop has been pulled out by the US player. He's probably not... Oh, he does actually have a mortar pool. Needs a supply yard. Yeah, there's a supply yard. You need a supply yard attacking up anyways. Never mind.
Germans are trying to secure our patrol level.
Ocean Makers and riflemen or paratroopers are engaging at close range. But it's there against the airborne. And it looks like the Stu managed to get a good hit there onto the airborne troops as well. Your close rifles do connect the Stu. Fresh Grenadier does come out and does flinch him into the paratroopers, which is actually pretty good. Getting General A move forward. Those 2 models do go down. The last model is falling back. May go down on the retreat path, but I don't see anything on the retreat path.
Force their hand, they're down to 50 points.
These guys do get suppressed there by the MG42 inside the garrison, but does evacuate the building, does not get gunned down there. And the Grenadiers are making their advance. We may see some stick bombs.
The battalion has just received access to self-propelled artillery.
Good frag grenade there. And we do have the Fallschirmjägers here behind some heavy cover. The infantry section are trying to engage. Piets are knocking them around and gets a good hit in there as well. Fallschirmjägers will not be a stay long, but we've got reinforcements by more Fallschirmjägers with a Panzerschreck and the G43 Panzer Grenadier. I believe that may be officer artillery. And we do also have a priest now available as well. Ooh, the officer artillery gets some good splash there.
Artillery has reached its RV point.
Medic charging on forward, trying to cover one of the Fallschirmjägers. Riflemen are advancing with paratroopers. So 3 rifle squads. We got MP40 bolts, and we got some great stun grenades there, stunning the entire group. Oh, that was a great stun, and there's more stun grenades to boot. Stunning some of those other guys here, but it was pursuing the squad you don't really want to pursue. Stu's now making his advance. He gets a decent hit there. Over here, we've got the Grenadiers are advancing. These forces do all fall back. And Grenadiers are being forced back by the infantry sections. There's 2 Piets, 2 Brens, and 1 MG42 suppressing the entire group. We do got some more stun grenades being cast there by the Grenadiers. He does get a good stun grenade there. The heroic charge was utilized, but the game ripped apart. Both the Piet squads do fall back. One of the Brent squads do fall back as well. This Lieutenant Paul needs to fall back as Stu starts coming in support. A Vorbalwind has been deployed on the field. And this Caution clearing station needs to get some healing done. Yep, does get some healing.
Germans are seizing
Stage
territory
ready.
from us.
Greece raining on in this general location, perhaps trying to hit the last location of the MG42. Finds a good hit there on the Grenadiers instead. Oh, looks like maybe barrage the area where the Grenadiers to stop them from capturing. Riflemen making their advance. And now we have some stun grenades being deployed out by the Grenadiers. That's a good location for stun grenades. Good hits there. Stunning the entire group, forcing back all those riflemen. Those stun grenades have been on point. And 2 more stun grenades there as well. They don't get the wipe there, but does force them to prone. Maybe he'll get the wipe if he pursues them. Nope, he does fall back there as well. Plus there's a third model running around, fires a shot, and falls back, finally. Vorbalwind and the Potion Makers make an advance. A lot of good opportunities here, but the Potion Makers were advancing on negative ground, and Capture Course Rifle does get some good hits there onto the Vorbalwind. G43 squad needs to fall back. They're down to one last member. Potion Makers do fall back. They're prone to being wiped at this moment. They do manage to escape, however.
Our supply lines are being threatened.
We do have the section here does get suppressed there by the Vorbalwind. Piet's trying to gauge. If both Piets hit, he does go ahead and get the kill there. Does butt in the vehicle, but the Piets are suppressed. And P40 squad does fall back. It sounds like there may have been a grenade thrown, or perhaps stun grenades. But here comes another barrage there. Times Grenadiers do actually, that's what he was waiting there for, but that garrison's going to go down by the 35 pounder barrage and goes down immediately. Axis players are down to 27 tickets, not a whole lot remaining. They do have triple capture in their favor. Grenadiers pushing the way forward. Does have veteran C2 infantry. Potion Makers are advancing as well. And the Riflemen are getting knocked around a bit everywhere. We got the Stu, 2 Grenadiers, and MG42 in this region. But still just infantry advancing. No Cromwell, no Firefly. You may not even have the truck for that. Does throw out a stick bomb there. Gets a good hit there. Forcing back the airborne and riflemen. Fresh airborne squad has been deployed out on the field. We've got Stu and Vorbalwind pushing the way forward. Vorbalwind's at full health. Stu has Veteran C1. And the lieutenant's likely will go down. Lieutenant does go down to the Vorbalwind. And up north, we've got the infrastructure making their advance with the Piets as well. Stu's trying to hit that lieutenant. Gets a decent hit there, but now receiving some Piet fire. Lots of Piet's fire. Looks like the Grenadiers have picked themselves up a repulse rifle, and great hit there by the Stu. Piet does roll a bounce there and does fall back. No grenade on the retreat path. Doesn't get a wipe there either.
Losing a victory point. I say again, we are losing a victory point.
Grenadier is sort of holding out, trying to hold the line for his team. But Incendiary Grenade was thrown there. And does throw out a stun grenade there. Where did that Incendiary Grenade even come from? Now think about it. Am I going crazy? Looks like There's a lot of dropped recoilless rifles, haven't there? There's also a drop brand there, but I think you'll pick up one weapon, right? Nope, looks like you can't pick up two weapons. Fallschirmjägers and Panzer Grenadiers try to make their way forward. They do get forced back by the airborne troops. Fallschirmjägers coming to support as well. We've got a forward healing right here. Allow them to heal up these Fallschirmjägers while in combat, which is very handy indeed. Fallschirmjägers should be able to advance the sector. Some of these forces are getting suppressed by the Verbal-Wind. AT gun in the rear. We've got some bar riflemen. Bar riflemen do throw a frag grenade there onto the Panzer Fallschirmjäger. Better for that squad to get the hit rather than the FG-42 squad. Over the left side, we've got some artillery now raining on top of the Stews. The Stews are quite wounded, but they're in a pair of them. The back one has a little higher health. The front one needs to fall back. Main gun destroyed, and the 25-pounder does get direct hit there. Or a priest, I should say, which has not a 25-pounder. It's actually a 105. The Sexton has the 25-pounder.
Troops are taking major casualties.
Good hit there. Recoilless rifle of the lieutenant does connect. And the Sappers does have all their models. Doesn't get the wipe there on that intersection. Piet rolls a miss. And Hurl Charge has deactivated. Pioneers charging on forward. Nope, they're trying to get repairs. Currently, there's a neutral capture, and looks like the Axis Fighters managed to recapture Central VP. It does get the out of control crit there onto the Stu.
NCO's reporting they have destroyed a German target.
Losing both those Stus is not exactly great. He could go ahead and tech up towards a Tiger tank because he has gone for Blitzkrieg. We've got stun grenades now being come forward as well. I wonder how effective stun grenades are versus slit trenches. I honestly not exactly sure. Oh, they're effective. He does throw one more stun grenade there. Does get wiped out, trying to scuttle the trench. Failed to scuttle the trench and caused him to lose the squad. He was like going to lose the squad either way. Good to know. Stun grenades are very effective versus trenches. Direct hit there from the 105, the priest. Let's switch over. Let's see. Got strafing runs available, so soon he'll be able to call in. Oh, here comes strafing run. Right there. This looks like a strafing run spot. Oh, that was painful. I've got butterfly bombs being called in as well. All these forces are quite suppressed. Some of these Panzer Grenadiers need to fall back. The Panzer Grenadier squad does get wiped out there. We got the British forces now sprinting on forward for the heroic charge.
Bomber support is circling for orders.
And Flak 88 has deployed out now. Loses the Verbal-Wind. And now we do have the bombing run now available. Flak 88's on the high ground. The Luftwaffe forces are repairing up the gun while it's receiving recoilless rifle fire. Fallschirmjägers, one of them has recovered. It's not the one with the FG-42s. The other ones need to get off, unpinned. It's hard to get them unpinned when they're still in combat. The Flak 88 does go down. And something got a big explosion there. I'm not sure from what. Maybe it was a priest shot. Or maybe that was demolition charge, actually. Tiger tank being deployed now. Veteran C1, so the Wehrmacht has deployed out a Tiger tank. These forces are quite wounded. One Tiger tank shot could be quite deadly. Does receive an AT gun shot as well. And a great hit. Good hits there onto the Tiger tank, but a lot of bounces. We've got two AT guns on the back line. These are not airborne drop ones. Now, Fallschirmjäger should be able to overrun these guys, no problem. The priests try to get into barrage in there. May does lose the one Fallschirmjäger squad. The least important of all of his Fallschirmjägers. And does lose one of the AT guns there. He could potentially capture it for his own purposes. And that one will go ahead and roll away.
Losing ground out there.
And it is going to decapture the munitions point and bring in some butterfly bombs. It's a good place for butterfly bombs. Over here, Volks Grenadiers and Red Grenadiers advancing. Got another slit trench being built there. Panther could quickly throw a round into it, but does get pinned there. Also, artillery does, of course, force back that squad. And also, artillery is still raining on it. Needs to fall back for that squad now.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory out of supply.
Check your ammo. Airborne, hit the field.
Airborne forces making the way forward. They do find some butterfly bombs. The butterfly bombs largely went over here. Potion Jaegers, both of them Veteran C3, both of them with FG-42s. And the Luftwaffe Ground Force squad will need to fall back, severely wounded. Another Potion Jaeger squad with FG-42s have recently been upgraded. Tiger tanks make his advance. Let's see. It is like the Tiger Ace mission. It does have Blitzkrieg, so it's pretty close to the Manpower Blitz. Perhaps save up the munitions for the Manpower Blitz now. Potion makers making their advance. The Brits have captured these points. The Axis players do not have a lot of tickets remaining. They're at 11 tickets. And the Tiger tank, no, the Stu does go down to the Master Recoilless rifles.
We can now blitz our resources.
Manpower Blitz has come on in, and he desperately needs to get some more manpower. He has a lot of fuel, no Panzer Command. Does have a lot of Grenadiers with AT weaponry, which is not exactly useful against their opponent's current composition of just infantry and artillery. Asking needs repairs on the Tiger tank. I don't think there's any Panzer Grenadiers for repairs, but does get a squad wipe there. Potion Jaegers are advancing. Grenadiers are also advancing as well. Oh, Luftwaffe squad that can give repairs. But he does not have any Panzer Grenadiers. Going forward with some stun grenades. He does dodge it this time. And he's going to get inside the trench, and now the Volks Grenadiers are inside the trench. He's the captain now. And he's going to rip them apart. Not scuttled in the trench like that is a massive mistake. Now you can throw any squad inside that one, and it's going to be very hard to deal with. A Grenadier, upgrading this Grenadier here with a LMG would be great.
200 points.
That will make him very hard to deal with everything. These forces start making their way forward with Panzerschrecks and Recoilless rifles. And one of them has lagged a little bit, but maybe not lagged the game. That is the Brit player, and seeing this artillery was firing beforehand, I think that was maybe quit the game, but I doubt it. Doesn't seem like anything that would make him forced to quit. And these 50 cals. Does he have Henschel? No ammo. Okay, it's sort of stupid these things can suppress like that. What? I think the Brit has back. Yeah, the Brit has been replaced by an AI, maybe lagged out. I don't think he actually rage crit. But nothing seemed like it was a rage quit, unless losing a single trench is a rage quit. All the Brits is out of the game now.
Ready for mission orders! Level 1, defensive veteran CNC.
AT gun being cleaned on up. Oh, wait a second. What just happened here? Did he just destroy his own stuff? What just happened here? Did the US player... Did the Brit quit because of his teammate? I was not paying attention to the US base. And it seemed like there was nothing here. Nothing ever came forward to threat this region. But everything's destroyed. And I see an AT gun from the US player. Did he... Yeah, he's force destroying his stuff.
Enemy unit has fallen to our might.
And that had to take a long time. That could not have been instantaneous like that when the Brit left the game. He killed himself. That's a horrible way to end the game. That was not worth it. Now the AI is charging forward with his priests. But still, why did the US player kill himself?
Hamza has destroyed another enemy vehicle.
AT guns are going down, but not realizing that he's actually helping them. At this point in time, just back out the game, his teammates already replaced by an AI. What just went on?
The rank of veteran sergeant is available for assignment.
Fortune Maker's getting ripped apart by the infantry sections. There's 2 lieutenants and a captain in this region.
The enemy is weak.
Let's get one of the squads wiped there, but he needs to fall back with his Fallschirmjägers. Losing 3 Fallschirmjägers like this is not a good idea.
We are standing by.
Priest engaging at close range. It looks like the main gun got destroyed. Yep, and that's back to his team killings is the AI, and I think the US players, yeah, the US players just basically out of the game. I'm just going to fast forward with this because this game's over. What a shame way to end this game.
Victory is imminent. The enemy is down to 25 points.
It's just everything seemed like it was going quite well for the Allies, but they just. What just happened? Either way, this is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.